Hello, I'm back. Something is wrong with my OBS, so I need to put, but I've narrowed it down. Narrowed it down. There's actually just something wrong with my OBS. May explain the lag, may explain a few things, but it does appear that there's something actually wrong with my OBS. But I did crash. Yeah, the plane lost both engines 2 miles short of the runway. My God. I'm so sorry. You were telling me that story and then I crashed. Well, I didn't crash like you crashed, but made a crash landing on the highway and somehow 3 of the 5 people survived. My God. Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. Where's this? Plane. Hello, Chip. Welcome. What's up? So, plane crash, Florida. My goodness. I won't share much of it on stream, but that's nuts. Were you part of this family here that was in there? Or no, you're saying that just in general. I am very laggy. The stream quality is very poor today, or my connection is very poor. I'm not sure what's going on. There's something very odd with my computer right now. I may need to go get it looked at. Get a little checkup. No, it's 3 miles from me. Okay, good. For some reason, I thought you were in the plane. I was like, that's wild. I could see all the smoke billowing into the sky. My God. Cornfather, hello. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Well, snap. Well, I'm glad you were on there. That was my initial assumption. And I was like, very surprised you were here. When was the last time you blew out dust? I don't know him anymore. No, maybe a year ago. More, definitely more than a year ago. Any background apps using Twitch? Potentially. Are your PC specs on Twitch? No. They are in Discord somewhere. Anyway, I have a 2060, 32 gigs of RAM, and some sort of CPU. But I do think it's OBS because my computer only crashes when OBS is on. OBS and Blender killing it. It seems so. Seems so. Some sort of combination of the two. I think 100% the pilot saved those passengers, even if it costed both. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, well, we're gonna jump back into work, and also good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. Hope everyone's having a good one. I'm very caffeinated now and ready to kick butt. Sorry for the lag on the stream. Hopefully, we can get that sorted out soon. I'm about to hit 50% drop frames, so that's not a good sign. Honestly, I'm scared to get on any Boeing plane at the moment. They can't go a week without an incident at the moment. I mean, did you hear about the guy who killed himself? Who killed himself? Some whistleblower for Boeing was testifying that their plane quality is super bad, and during the deposition, during this case that's ongoing, he killed himself. Supposedly, found alone at a parking garage. It's certainly the timing certainly seems bizarre and suspicious. Very suspicious. Bizarre may not even cover it. It seems criminal. Suddenly your mic sounds better. Oh, I did move it closer. I think I got close to the mic. Yeah, it's right here. I don't think that shows up for you if I tap it. But... But it was weird. I saw it might be my camera actually. It might be an electrical short on my camera. I bet that's it. I bet that's it. So I can see it. It's kind of touching the case a little. Well, I'll deal with that later. But how's the cat? The cat is good. She's been very bad lately. She's gotten into the sink a few times trying to eat crumbs and stuff. So we're trying to deal with that behavior of hers. My brother and I. And we'll get rid of the shrink wrap here. And put it onto this object. I'm opening Pokemon cards. Ooh, very cool. Got the 2 big chasers I wanted. It sounds suspicious. All right, we're gonna move this over here. Move it over there. And I'm just gonna make like a little tail window. I'm excited, bro. Well, good. It's been a million years since I opened Pokemon cards. 1,000,000 years. You know, actually, I don't think I've ever bought Pokemon cards. I only just traded them. I traded my way into Pokemon. Charizard example. Ungrade selling for $137. What the heck? What the heck? That's too much money for a little Pokemans. There aren't any rules about the Pokemans, Batman. Oops. Price charting. Interesting. What is this? Video games, comics, and more. Interesting. Huh. It's like the stock exchange for nerds. I think I've never bought any myself either, but I did get my parents buy me quite a lot back then. It's card I got at the top. Oh, interesting. Just finished my world today. I saw Skyfire. Good job. That's awesome. That was really good. 160 bucks for a single Pokemans. A single Pokemans. My ex got me into it. Crippling addiction. Crippling Pokemon addiction. Well, at least you can make most of that back. Do you play it to play Pokemon or do you play it uh to uh to do speculative sales? Heck no, I'm no nerd. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. There we go. Now we got some sort of indication because I want to be able to toggle off the tail, but I don't want it to be, sorry, watch out, visible. Okay, let's sculpt this a little. Cool. I'll have to give her some underwear. You have to, because he's wearing a skirt, so. For our corset here, we're going to go ahead and apply this and the subdivision. I'm going to go in with some sculpting and give it a little bit of detail. Underwear's for nerds. Everything's for nerds. You're a nerd, and you're a nerd. All right, so this is my secret for making clothing look realistic. Sculpt it. But my solidify is on the wrong side. So we're gonna turn off fill, apply the solidify. Actually, duplicate the solidify. Hide this one. Delete the interior section. It shouldn't be connected. I wonder what's connecting them. It's got to be something right in here then. Oh, I see. I see. I haven't applied it yet. Breathing, that's for nerds. You breathe, loser. I haven't breathed in 8 years. All right, so we're just going to give it a little bit of crease, kind of where the body would bend. What about suicide? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Suicide's for nerds? No. No. Also, hello, Paimon. Welcome. Good morning. We're working on Vale here. She's coming out super well. Getting her clothing sculpted. Adding some nice little details. I inject oxygenated fluid directly into my veins. Hey, that's the VR future I'm hoping for. Full dive all the way, baby. Suicide is too boring these days. It's too passe. What a cliche thing to do. Like a true jock would. Oh, my eyeball. Ugh. Okay, so for the corset now, we can keep it a little simple. What I'm going to do next is take the borders, duplicate them, and separate them. Duplicate. Because then we have a kind of a secondary object that we can do a little bit more control over. Ah, well, you know what would have helped is giving it some thickness. So select boundary loop, grow the selection to there. Maybe not. Duplicate. Ban Clam, hello. Stream back. I am back. Yeah, the OBS crashed me. I saw my camera messing up. My camera was kind of glitching, and then the stream crashed. So I think I might have an electric short in my camera. Face, fuchsia, tongue out. But welcome back. Give me this. And then fill, indent, maybe. Delete. That looks weird as heck. Maybe we'll leave it there, get rid of the solidify, and add instead a skin. That way we can get a nice edge with just that single chunk of vertices. All right, cool. That looks nice. Just gives it some, I don't know, some pizzazz. Some pizzazzy wazzy. And then we're going to connect these. Bam. Why is the snapping being so bad? All right, there we go. Cool. These need to be sorted out so they're not intersecting. Bam. I'm going to move this one a little bit lower, make this look a little bit sharper. Bam. But I hope everyone's having a fantastic Thursday. If you have any questions about what I'm doing or why I'm doing it, definitely feel free to ask. Anyone out here, a Blender user like myself? Yeah, and then we'll crease this one so we can get a nice sharp back spot as well. No, I'm not a nerd. You do definitely have to be a nerd for Blender. It is true. It is true. That one I have to give you. By law. Otherwise I get my nerd card revoked. Silently absorbing some of your knowledge as we speak. Ooh. Very new to Blender, personally. Even so, I have sent many cubes to the void while learning. Be gone, cube! They've gone to the learning realm. The sacrificial learning realm. Okay, that looks nice. I like that a lot. Though it does clip the hair. Yeah, I'll leave it there. What is that? A little dot floating there. Okay. What else would we like to add? I think we'll make our cloth here just slightly thinner. A little more flush to the body. Easy. Easy fix. I actually set up my start file to not have a cube in it now, but I still sacrifice some cubes every once in a while. Cubes for the cube god. Oh, it should have been cubes for the cube throne. Just trying to close up these little gaps that I'm seeing. Little gaps. I think I say that at least once a day. But this will be a base avatar that I'll be selling. So if anyone's interested, this character will be available for purchase down the line. And then we're going to add a bevel to, yeah, right here. And we're going to grab the edges, boundary loops, except for the middle ones. Give them bevel weight. Go to our bevel, constrain it by the weight. That way we get a nice sharp edge. It'll look a little cleaner. Yeah, much better. Oh, yeah. Then we'll do the same here. So we got our bevel now. Select the boundary loop, except for the back, we'll bevel weight it. And that's just going to give us a much nicer edge. Yeah. So for anyone who's curious what stage I'm at in making the character, right now we're in the process of doing the sculpting. So this is kind of the highest resolution version of the character we're going to make. And then probably starting today, we'll be creating the low poly, or the simplified version of her on top of this high-res one. We still need to make the mouth cavity and the teeth and tongue. So we'll do the mouth cavity, teeth and tongue, and then probably start the retopology. Not a big fan of how the back of the head's looking. It just looks a little messy. And I don't mean the soccer player. The front looks really crisp and clean, and the back is not so much. Busy day for Sam, as always. It is getting a little busy. It's getting a little busy. It's good. It's good. Good. Stream's getting a little bit busier every day, it seems, which is awesome. And then, you know what? I think we'll also copy over. Oh, I thought I had a subdivision. I do not have a subdivision. Never mind. And we'll go here. There we go, a little sharper. Retopo is the lengthy part of this, if I recall. It certainly can be. Certainly can be. There are things that can really eat up your time with retopology, especially on one of my recent avatars I made, which is a big like mech dragon character, Zin. That one took a while. That one was quite challenging. I remember the first time I lowered the poly count on one of those Vroid models, it looked horrible. We'll be using a slightly different method. Did you hit the decimate on the character, or use the cats plugin? Yes, decimate. It did. Yeah, it's a little strong. It doesn't have much consideration for your intent. It's just like, oh, you want it gone? Get rid of everything. Nice and sharp. Love it. Okay, so what else would we like to do for our clothing here? The back, there's a lot of blank space right here on the cloth. Whereas everything on the front does feel like it kind of has a balance. Is there anything else we could add? Oh, we need a little diamond. On the front, a diamond, and maybe we'll just repeat that on the back. We'll do another little diamond on the back or some other diamond motif. So we'll take this guy, duplicate, or no, not duplicate the whole thing, just the front. Here, duplicate, separate, take the little edge, take our shrink wrap and target the skirt. Doop, doop, doop. Okay, there we go. I do all the high poly parts have decent topology at this stage, or do you leave some parts of the with Dynamesh type topology and bake that? For the clothing, I have a much better idea of what the topology is because I use subdivisions to kind of bring it out. So like, for example, I subdivided this one, which gives me a really good idea of how I can manipulate it. And you can see everything's kind of gridded pretty nicely. But for the body, that's all I've made it using voxel remeshing, so it has no topology that that is useful. It's very dense and broken. So for some things, yes, and other things, no. And we'll move it down here. Take these. Bam. Put our cursor right here. Take the whole thing. 0.6 ES. Control L, Z. And then we'll take the edges, crease. All right. That looks a bueno. Oh, we also need to take the outer edge and hit it with the bevel. So we just get nice edges there. Really nice edges. Okay, perfect. And then I'll take this. I'm not going to duplicate it because I can just go to the back. Or no, it is a separate thing. Take this right here. L, separate, tab, boom. Switch the shrink wrap to this. Perfect. And let's do the same thing. Boom. Put the cursor there. Control L. E, S. S, Z. Could have just duplicated the whole thing, but whatever. I guess I'll have to flip the solidify the other way. Boom. On that one. Yeah, we'll just make it a little bit bigger. Boom. Ah, I see why that's happening. I need more cuts in order to conform it. All right. And probably will adjust that again later. For now, I'm going to leave it alone. Just for now. Oh, did anyone see the SpaceX launch? Pretty cool. I watched that this morning. I guess that's a nice thing about doing it in Blender. You can do subdivision modeling and sculpting in the same project, jump back and forth between the two methods. I found that it helps quite a bit. especially when doing high resolution clothing, because you can really understand what's going on underneath the surface and just break it apart. And then also stuff like this, where you can utilize a lot of your modifiers and shrink wraps and stuff, while still getting a really high resolution result. Plus, I hate trying to sculpt sharp corners. That's the worst. It really is not fun. Interesting. What is this here? Why do I have this thing? Right. And then for here, I think we'll try to give this a little bit more squish, I guess. Overlap, a little more natural looking overlap. Booba. Booba. Okay, our edges on almost all of these look pretty bad. So I'm going to take all this stuff and copy this over. So that way, can do boundary loop, nice, bevel weight it, and we get these nice edges, thick edges. Hello! Squish is the technical term. Well, it's true. Do you make any drawing videos or just modeling, sculpting, etc.? In the past, I did do a lot of like concept art or drawing style. Not a lot, but I did do some videos about that. Um, but since I've transitioned to doing 3D art, pretty much no. I've done some drawing streams every now and then. Every now and then I'll do some sketch redeems for Twitch, because Twitch has some redeem features. Doo-doo-doo. Looks at his ports. Art slave. Get back to work, art slave. I'm gonna stand. Tired of sitting. I'm so tempted to just move on to the retopology right now. Even though I know I shouldn't, but it feels compelling. All right, this is a curve. So if I bevel it, it's not going to make a difference right now. I guess I could apply the curve. First, we will remove the bevel, then mesh it. Then we'll copy some of these over, like the solidify and the bevel. Then select the edges, hit them with the bevel weight, boom. Nice sharp edges. Be a little bit thicker. And then slap a mirror mod on there. Have you ever tried any VR sculpting slash modeling software? Yes. Yes, and that's actually something I really want to get more into, but I have Substance Modeler, which is like a voxel sculpting tool. And I did make a few days ago, or maybe a month ago now, these right here. Right here. So I made this guy, this VR kind of let's see. It's like a gonna be like a guy standing. It's interesting. There's definitely like a lot more learning to do when it comes to sculpting in VR. I feel like I have a lot of fun, but I don't necessarily have as much control. Uh, but it is really cool, and I definitely think it's the future. Damn, that's dope. Thank you, thank you. I have a standing desk, but it's next to my normal one. I want one that switches between the two. It's pretty good. This one was only like $200, so off Amazon. It's pricey, but if you're sitting all day, it feels worth it. Is there, by the way, free VR software for sculpting and modeling in VR? Um, I feel like there is, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. I think there's a few VR sculpting tools on Steam. Um, and Blender is definitely moving towards embracing a VR workflow, or at least people are making add-ons and some potential workflows might pop up there, which would be really cool. Working Blender while doing VR seems kind of like my dream. Just seems like my dream. I would love that so much. Full stop. It is my dream. That would be the coolest. No way Blender gets VR. They have some VR stuff already. Like they have a VR viewer here, so I could hop in VR right now and look at my the character, which I may do um, before moving on to the retopology. Um, if you sail the seven seas, then many can be free. And you're not wrong. I cannot openly endorse, but you are not wrong. Da-na-na-na. Very cool stuff. Okay, I think we are going to move on to the retopology now because the clothing, there is more to do on the clothing, but it's kind of boring me. So I'm gonna go do some retopology now. Okay, so we're gonna save a copy and we're gonna call this pre-retopo. Pre-topo? That'd be a good pun. Pre-topo. Never say never. In 2009, I never thought I'd be able to use a mobile version of FL Studio, but I do. Very true. There's a lot of things that are available on the iPad now that are quite good. We'll start with the base body here. Is it still? Where is this stuff? Oh, I see. It's still enabled, but it's in a disabled collection. Gotcha. All right. Where'd my hooves go? Okay, we'll make a new collection, which we'll call Retopo Body. And now I'll show you all my secrets. Not that secret, but this is what I do. Make a circle of 8, subdivide, slap on the shrink wrap, boom, rotate the other way. Here comes the long part. It's true. It's true. We're entering the long part of the modeling, or at least it's like it goes pretty quick, but it's certainly not as fast as sculpting feels. And we'll slap on that shrink wrap here. I'm going to rename this to Sculpt Body. Hello, Arctic. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome, Arctic. And anyone else that's lurking out there. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Hey, Cornfather. Thank you for the sub. Super appreciated. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for hanging out this morning. And let me know if you have any questions at all. But I appreciate the sub. Thank you. Thank you. We're slowly moving up in the world, y'all. If there was any part of the process that AI could assist with, I wish it was the retopology. I don't disagree. And definitely the UV mapping. Over anything, I would, if I had to choose between the two, I'd choose UV mapping. um, but who knows? With all these AI tools and stuff that's coming out, I don't even know if our workflows are going to look anything like they do right now. Um, it'll be a wild world. Because, like, you got these nerfs and stuff and all this weird different ways to render things. Probably be a bit more like nanite or something. All right, there's that one. Then we'll start on the leg. It's hard to know. Maybe polygons won't even been used in a few years. Exactly. I think that's a possibility, but who knows? Only time will tell. AI is one of those topics too. It's a little hard to judge what's hype and what's not. Look at them thighs. Okay. There we go. Bridge, cut, cut, cut. Doop, doop, doop. All right. I actually probably could have just done this whole segment. Extruded it over. Okay, sorry. Probably get a little bit quieter as I get into the retopology. It always absorbs my brain a little bit more than some of the other things, so get a little lost in the sauce, so to speak. But again, feel free to interrupt my fugue state with any questions at all. Okay, save that there. We'll apply the subdivision, duplicate the shrink wrap, apply that. Now we've got something we can work with. Interrupts with nonsense. I mean, I don't mind. Randomly screams. The screams. They're back. The screams are back. I have a donut and I had a donut and coffee this morning, so I'm like extra energized. Extra jazzed. Boom. Boom. Okay. We're going to do another cut here because it needs it, or actually just lower this into this kind of crevice we see here. All right, looking good. I keep getting little eyelashes. My eye. Bada boom. Let's take the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Boom. Boom. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Maybe not space, but do a little cut. All right. Awesome possum. Put this into the groin. This along the bottom of the butt. Make sure our spacing looks good. And this will go on the top of the butt. All right. So then we'll take, we have the front, 1, 2, 3, 4. So starting here, 1, 2, actually that's 1, 2, yeah, 3, and 4. So take these ones, extrude them, and put them right into the middle. There. I mean, I could go on about how I was looking over different sands and found a cooling one. Interesting. But shipping is dumb expensive. Also, how I was looking over the setup list and realized there is a mouth open, and as a dragon, I can open damn wide, so it's going to be very interesting. There is a trade-off, because you can do this expression, like that. It's weird to do in real life, but if you do it in VR, with the VTuber stuff, it gets a little funny. Tend to lurk on random streams while busy on other screens, so no worries. Sounds good, Band Clam. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm definitely a lurker on streams as well. Aqua, good morning. Hello. I got your message about responding. Sorry for not following up. I will be doing that this lunch. Just added Freebird add-on. That is awesome. Also, Kai, if you're out there, I'll be following up with you too. And the internet stabilized. Yay. Stable-ish. Stabilized-ish. Hello. Just added Freebird add-on. That is awesome. What is Freebird? Is that like a song? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or is it play Freebird when you like do an extrusion in Blender? Every time I hit enter, Freebird plays. Now I have to listen to Freebird. I've passed on the curse. Do another cut here, and then this will be the middle line for the groin. Okay, we only have one cut right now. And we go ahead and grid fill these. Boom. Boom. Awesome. That didn't quite work. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Interesting. That should be right. Oh, no, I did. I messed up on this side too. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should have listened to the warning. Okay. Now we can grid fill. Yeah. Boom. That should be correct. Had to refresh, got desynced. Uh-oh. Internet's still not good then. Okay, this is the secret to adding resolution when you don't want to add cuts. Instead, you indent. Or we'll actually use an extrusion, shrink it, place it like that. Then delete the inside face. Take the middle, close it, boom. Then we just run some cuts, boom, Easy. Easy peasy. All right, we're at a good spot. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the shrink, apply it. We're going to go into sculpt mode so I can use my slide relax tool to actually even out some of this topology. So right now it's very skewed and odd looking. Okay, that should be good. And then back to this mode. Bada boom. All right, much better. Then we take the groin at this point, and we'll add a cut there. And even a cut here too. Just so we can get that gap right there. It could do with another cut or two here. Like that. Bam. Bam. Okay, perfect. Conforms to the body well. Awesome. Time to sit down again. It really is about every 30 minutes, I think, that I sit up or sit down. Maybe a little too often, but I don't know. Just whatever. Trying to keep myself feeling comfortable. We do need to combine the ears with the head. Yeah. I may actually just cut the head off. Then merge the ears, carve out the mouth, and then rejoin it. That'd probably be the easiest way to approach that. Ah, the French method. Ah, Louis. You seem to have lost your head. Oh, ho, ho. Baguette croissant. Sorry. What's up? Bye. 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 There we go. Looks good. A little bit more there. Okay. I think I can live with that. Then back to the retopo. Take this, duplicate it. And now we're going to start on the mouth. So this one will be a little bit different because we have some kind of, we're going to cut off the head. That's 4 there. think I will duplicate it. That's 8. That makes it 10. I'll do 24. Okay, so now it's 12 on this side, and then it mirrors, so that's 24 total for our little lip here, lip line. And we're just going to space them out a little bit better. Move this into whatever the corner of the mouth, and then do one more cut. All right, now it's an even weirder number. Doesn't really matter. Okay, take that, we're going to separate it. And now we're going to make an odd little shape. So this is how I like to carve out the mouth. We're going to use a Boolean operation. We're going to make a little shape for what the mouth interior should look like, and then we're actually just going to Boolean cut it out of the sculpture. I find this a little bit easier. Trying to sculpt the interior of a mouth is really annoying. And so, hello Zoom, good morning. Welcome, welcome. We're working on Vale again. And how's your day going? Bam. Somewhere right there. And we'll even these out. Relax them and space them. So we get some nice even spacing for our little mouth cut. Then we can extrude this back, flatten it. Going great. Weather is awesome. Day is awesome. You are awesome. Same to you, Zoom. You are awesome. You are awesome. You. Yeah. I smudged it. And I also broke it. Balls. Okay. Should have turned off snapping. Oh. Bridge. Cut. Close. Do another cut just in case. Oh, snap. And then we'll relax those ones. Okay, and now we kind of have my usual mouth cavity shape, but we are going to adjust it a little, try to get it to fit to this particular mouth a little bit more. And we'll even widen it a little. Okay, so generally this is what the shape of the mouth is going to look like. What we'll do now is add a subdivision surface to it. So we can know exactly where we're going to cut. But we also need to, in order to use Boolean on a sculpture, you kind of need to match the resolution. Otherwise, it's not going to work properly. Let's also take the upper lip, move it up slightly, take the lower lip, and move it down slightly. A little bit wider mouth. Okay. So that's what we're going to cut out. And we'll call this bool mouth. Okay, now here's the hard part though. Our sculpture is already so dense that the Boolean operation is going to take a really, really long time to work. And in fact, it's going to take an even longer time because we also have to merge the ears to it as well. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is actually cut off the head, merge and do my operations, and put the head back on the sculpture. I do think that would be the simplest way to approach this. So let's make sure we save and make a copy, backup copy, which we'll call pre-French Revolution. Go into sculpt mode. And I do have what would be the best way to do this? I could. Oh no, it's doing a lag. Uh-oh. So not just me. The internet is very laggy right now. My apologies, but I think something's going on. Could be my stream again. I crashed earlier today. I think my webcam is getting short-circuited, so back-ish. Okay. It's certainly going to lag a lot more once we start cutting off the head. What is the best way to do that? Let's try doing a mask, turn it into a face set. There. Face set from masked. And then extract face set, I suppose. I'm just going to save one more time. All right, get ready for the lag. Extract. This one. I haven't messed around much with face sets, but I'm assuming it's something like polygroups in ZBrush. It's very similar, to my understanding. I haven't done much work in ZBrush. But yeah, it's basically like a way to work with high resolution meshes. Like once you reach a certain poly count, that's pretty much impossible to work with. Oh, interesting. It created a mask for a shell. Not quite what I wanted. But there's other things you can do with them as well. Mask, slice, and fill holes. I think that's what I want. I do think that's what I want. Mask, slice. So we'll do mask, fill mask. See if, good, we have this selection completely. Save one more time. Being a little paranoid right now, but gotta do what you gotta do. And then we will mask, slice, and fill holes. See how that goes. See how that goes. But once you get to the point where you're doing stuff like this, you'll want it. Ah, I see. Okay, so I sliced it, but I didn't make it into a new object. I just cut it off. So then we want to hit the other one. Mask, slice to new object. Loading. Loading. Ninjutsu. Hello, no fucks given. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. We cut the head off. French Revolution succeeded. Oh, my camera. Hello, Kai. Good morning. Sorry I haven't responded to your messages, Kai. I will be doing so soon. All right, so now we have the head separate. We will then give this one the Boolean modifier and select the bool. Yes, it's so much faster. Sometimes it takes up to like 5 minutes on the full sculpture, so we'll definitely be doing the slicing method moving forward. And that looks quite good. Mouth is cut out nicely. We will apply. I know I wanted. No! Take that back. Take that back. Doop. All right, and then we'll go ahead and apply all this stuff, combine, and remesh. A noise. Okay. A noise. Let's go ahead and clean up our ears. Make them look real good. Popcorn yellow striped smile. That's funny. I did get an emote for. I give you money. You have to deal with me. There's some meme I'm thinking of, but I can't think of it. Screen just froze for me. I think it should be working. My internet's really bad right now, so my apologies, everyone. Or my connection. It seems to be improving a little bit, fingers crossed, but hard for me to tell. It's fine on my end. At least in some ways. All right. Real life isn't lagging. Sometimes. Depends on how much caffeine I've had. Yeah, that was odd. Like I could hear you properly, but the screen was frozen. Huh. That's weird. It makes me worry because when OBS crashed earlier today, it was behaving really, really weird. I think it has something to do with my camera. That's my best guess. It's a podcast for me now. I'll describe what I'm doing. Right now I'm making a face set with a lasso selection mask around the bottom jaw. And we have created the face set. Now I can hide it. So I can work on the mouth interior. I just farted. No, I'm just kidding. That was a lie. Maybe. Unstable interconnection is the entire reason I do not even attempt to stream. Fair. Fair. One day I woke up with a super energized and things looked like they were way more high definition than normal. It was like that feeling when you go from 24 FPS to 90 FPS in VR suddenly. It was a brand new day. I mean, that's a good feeling, you know? Looking around, everything's high res. Real life does have the best graphics, as it turns out, at least for now. Just not the coolest stuff. Unlagged itself. Good, good. That feeling when you get your first set of glasses. I do remember that quite distinctly. Oh, whoa, I can see the leaves on the trees. I can see the leaves on the trees. Wow. When Spider-Man takes off his glasses, you can see all the pores on your skin and it's a bit freaky. Whose hands are these? I thought trees were always made of fuzz. Oh. Hey, Nana Judas. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, Nana. Let me know if you have any questions. Right now, we're just sculpting this character here. There's a bit more to this character, but right now we're getting the head reattached. That's the goal. Currently the goal, head attaching. I actually do have quite a bit more sculpting to do. I'll probably have to go back and I need to make the teeth and tongue. I mean, I just need to make the teeth and tongue. And I probably need to sculpt the roof of the mouth as well. What does that look like? Roof of mouth. Ugh. That is what it's called, right? The roof of your mouth? Yeah, that seems right. No, I'm not finding anything there. Ugh. Some of these images are nasty. Searching that always gets like medical nastiness. It's like, oh, you want to see a tumor? You're like, no, I don't. Just saw your blend shape baking on Glove Second. Oh, that's so cool. I see you there. Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you followed up and reached out. Hopefully, the blend shape baking stuff helps you out. Definitely feel free to give me feedback on that because I'm not sure if I've made it clear enough what that's for. 3D creators, Google search histories are always fun. Yes, definitely super serial killer vibes. We're standing up again. Let's see. I'm gonna Google Gumroad this time. And I'm gonna search VRChat mouth. I feel like I saw some really cool reference from the interior. Oh yeah, I remember where that was. It was something Christy sent me. Perfect. Yeah, this guy here has like this mouth sculpting, which I kind of like. And I think I want to incorporate that into this character. There's a bacon air right there. There's a small bacon air. That's okay. It's called the roof of the mouth, but isn't it more like the ceiling? It's true, because you can only see the bottom. Wouldn't that if make your nose the roof? 3D creators' Google search histories are always yes, yes they are. All right, so we're gonna make these kind of crenellations that I see here. Just kind of like these kind of things. I don't want to go too crazy with it because I'm not entirely sure how it should be. And I'm going to hide the front of the mouth so I don't influence it when I do this. Okay. Something kind of like that. Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. Balls. Okay, so let's hide this one. And then I want to select just the interior. Ribbed front, then like center crease and center IDK, lick the top of your mouth. Lick the top of your mouth, bro. Hello, Sky. Welcome. Good timing. We're working on sculpting the mouth. So we're going to turn this into its own. You could look at what a dog's mouth looks like. They have exaggerated mouth ridges. That's a good call. That is a good call. Give me the mouth ridges. Maybe that's what I should have Googled. Mouth ridges. Ugh. Man, some of these searches just give me really weird results. Okay. Dog mouth roof. Perfect. Ugh. No! What's that? Oh, they're just ladybugs. Okay. Ugh. Okay, I can't show that. Furry maw. Pretty much. Pretty much. People pay me for. There's a one image here. I'm not going to show it because I think it grosses people out. But it's like a dog's mouth open, and there's like ladybugs inside of it. But it looks like it just looks bizarre and terrifying. Very much fleshy abomination vibes. So we'll do that, and then face sets from masked, Alt M, Alt H. No. It's poking through. Try that again. The internet is a scary place. Okay, no, mine was just crazy for chicken poop and IDKY. Dogs eat their shit. What did you expect? Yeah, I mean, we think humans have health problems. Dogs have no qualms about eating anything. My Shih Tzu once ate the whole grocery plastic bag. No, off to meeting time. Good luck. Good luck. All right. Alt M, Alt H, Shift H, Shift H. There we go. Okay, that's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to do this, so I can then do this and make the mouth kind of back of the throat is what I want to imply. I'm not too worried about the bottom of the mouth because you're not really even going to be able to see it because the tongue's going to be there. That was nice about Bill. I can imagine. I actually went through Lucky You limo. I mean, I remember one of my cats back in the day. She came down and we're like looking at her like, oh, what? Something's weird. And then she turned around and there's like this rope coming out of her butt. And she had eaten like a string or something. So we had to like pull it out. I'm a dog walker and I've lost count how many times I've had to shove my hand down a dog's gob to grab a chicken bone before it disappears. Wow. Wow. That must be a weird feeling. Mine has an affinity for toilet paper. She do be cleaning her poo chute from the inside out. Hey, efficiency. Lamau. Can't fault someone for an efficient way to clean their insides. Maybe a little. Maybe a little. Ah, neat. Okay. Probably the most detailed throat I've made yet. I always make sure to apologize for giving big handfuls of treats after I've secured the bone, though, so. Oh. I indicate why people feed chicken bones to their dogs should be common knowledge by now. Yeah. Then there's this Neil Red turning toilet paper into moonshine. What? Is that a thing? You can do that? You can turn toilet paper into moonshine? How do you do that? Or is it like part of the process? I'm intrigued. I would make toilet paper moonshine. Just live in an area with dirty tramps that throw leftover takeaways out of their cars as they drive around. Just their hobby. What are you up to today, Neil? Just throwing shit out of my car. So vacuum dogs. All right, y'all. I need to go to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. One moment. BRB. All right, we back. We back. Staffies, especially, are walking hoovers. Train my dog not to eat anything off the floor unless I allow her. I had my first dog poisoned. No, that's so sad. Toilet dog cellulose that makes up the paper can be converted into glucose, sugar, so yeah, it can be fermented. Huh. Really interesting. She ate a meat bun with poison in it that fucks in Germany often like to lay out. That's wild. How often are people poisoning meat buns in Germany? Ain't gonna poison these buns. Sorry. Slightly dog haters. That's wild. Who hates dogs? The secret cat mafia. Okay, we need to adjust the eyes right here. I don't like this big gap. Gap. So we're gonna adjust that. Scooch them back. Try my best to keep an eye out, of course, but some dogs just get sneaky about it when they realize I stopped them. They pretend they're just sniffing around before they snap up stuff hiding in grass under leaves. So I just have to keep my reflexes sharp in my hand. Quick. I need a dog whistle or something. So put that down. Oh, that's funny. Good. Good. Most time I can pull the fast way enough, but otherwise they get a hand down their throat. That's wild. I can't imagine just shoving your hand down an animal's throat. Hello, Cyberlicious. Welcome back. Happy Thursday. Welcome. Welcome. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm really doing really well. We're caffeinated. I'm sugared up. Unfortunately, this stream's a little laggy, so apologies for that. Um, Looking forward to moving next month, so I'll get some better internet. Like I always use my own Aggies, so I don't even run into those issues, but it is ridiculous. I don't really want to move the crevice I just made. I just want to smooth what's around it. And then, yeah, let me show you what we're up to, Cyberlicious. We got, well, she doesn't have her boobs out right now, but we're working on getting the body made, retopologized. We're going to sculpt the teeth, tongue, and the mouth a little bit. So just a little bit of tweaking. But most today we're going to be doing retopology. Getting everything ready for low polyness. Do you actually make normal avatars too, or just furries? Most of the time, I make furries. I'd say that's like the biggest demographic in VRChat. So a lot of my clients and a lot of my audience is also furries, are also furries. And then I don't. The difficulty is a lot of the avatars that are made in VRChat that aren't furries are just ethos. So much caffeine in the stream is jittery. It might not be wrong there. I'm feeling the effects. In VRChat, I feel like the furry is kind of considered normal. I would say so. I would say it's getting close. It's definitely. I really see the appeal for the furry community because there's so many characters, suits, OCs, sonas that people want to bring to life, and VR is such a perfect medium for it. So it's got a synergy that I don't think a lot of other styles have. Got a lot of things working for it, so to say. So to say. But I do have an elf kind of character on my Gumroad. If you check out my Gumroad, just Sam Dutter Gumroad, and you'll find it. But or it should be linked below, I think. If I don't have it linked below, I really need to fix that. But I do have like a elf kind of lady that I've made. I've made a witch character. So a few other characters that kind of embody more of a normal human aesthetic. Just avatar wear just e-girls and dancers. Me as e-girl. Don't like the furries. Lol. No offense. I mean that's fair. You have a preference. I heard fursuits are expensive AF, so getting in VRChat might be more cost effective. Variable. Depends on what you're looking for and who you're hiring. Bam. Bam. I'll put that there. Okay. Look at them eyes. Look at them big old eyes. Those are looking good. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. All right. Just fill in that little spot. Man, eyelashes are weird. Or at least stylized eyelashes are weird. Well, if you go into a public furry Abby, yes. If you commission once one, you can also pay a pretty penny. Yeah, it depends on like, oh, I really want this artist, and some artists can charge quite a bit based on their demand. I do generally my commissions are about $1,000 for a from scratch avatar. Um, so I'm decently expensive. Uh, what a weird phrase. But hello Fallout, welcome, welcome. It's been a few days. Welcome by, welcome back. I'll have my fursona commission to, and the starting cost commission is 1K. Exactly, exactly. Johnny W, eyelashes so beauty. Well, thank you, Johnny W. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Um, we're getting them made. I feel like I need to start making like a back to them. Not quite sure. Yeah, I said I kept missing you. I joined when you were just ending. I'm sorry. I'll just never stop streaming. How about that? Oh yeah, those look way better. Much, much better. Perfect. We'll lift up this part. Get it right on the edge of the meat, the fleshy bit. Hey Sam, looks like a new project for this week. Indeed, indeed. Hello Sal, welcome, welcome, welcome. At least you have a way to try public avatars as a gateway drug. IRL fursuiting doesn't really have that. Just people climbing in and out of some sweaty fursuit. Art stream during the day, cat stream for the rest of the night. Okay, so now what we're going to do is work on the teeth. So we're going to do sculpt teeth. Make a collection here. What do her teeth look like? That is a good question. She's a deer, so suppose we want some deer-like teeth. None of these are really developed in terms of what they look like. we've got some leeway. What do deer teeth even look like? I saw a bunch of deer, last night when I was walking around. There was like 14, 15 deer. It was cool. Deer mouth. Perfect. Look at this image. All right, so they actually have very flat teeth. I guess they have something that goes over their canines and stuff. That's fucking hilarious, though. But yeah, 1K is pretty good. Was talking to some guys last night, and they're saying 3 to 5K for from sketch stuff, and I was laughing. Would be amazing to do that, but most likely won't ever get consistent buyers in VRC at least. You know, best reference I've ever seen. um, now it depends on how many you get, right? If you do a 5K commission and it takes you 3 months, then you might as well have done, you know, 2 3K commissions. I don't know. There's some balance there. The dollars per month might end up being the same. Oh my god, this picture's amazing too. Deers are just goofy little creatures, I guess. They don't really seem to have much teeth. They seem to more have like a hard palate. And I guess there's molars in the back, but we can probably just do whatever we want. Looks like it has a mouthful. What a character. God, why are these pictures so iconic? These deer. It's so funny. Hilarious. Okay. I think what we'll do is we're going to steal the sculpted teeth I made for Val. Val? What's the character's name again? I think it starts with a V. I've seen one eat a snake like spaghetti. Ooh. We don't do commissions because it's not worth it for us. Unless it's a good friend, we won't do it. Interesting. When you say we, do you have so you only work with your partners or someone? Is this the person you did the wolf's den with? Have you ever seen those saber-toothed deer? I have. I think they're called musk deer. Well, they must smell funny, I guess. A smelly deer. Vale. So avatar I made a little while ago, and I'm hoping I have the teeth in here. I do not. Pre-mouth cut. It's probably in here. Oh wait, no, I should just go to the painting version. My boyfriend, yes, I am the Blender and Subs person. He does everything QA and Unity. That's pretty nice. That's a nice nice way to break up the work there. So we'll copy those and go back to Vale. Howdy! Hello, Jim. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Paste those there. Little twofers flying around. Let's get them in the mouth. I'll actually say object origin to geometry so we can scale them together. Something like that, I suppose. Actually, yeah, I should model them slightly open because the mouth is slightly open. That makes sense. It makes sense. There we go. Nice. Okay, I'm going to get a sweater really quick. I'm a little cold. All right, I'm back. Just slap the heat from the kitty. Just sap the heat from the kitty. Yes, she is extra warm right now. I'm sure she's. Anytime it's like slightly rainy, slightly cold, she just curls up somewhere and she's there the whole day. She's not. She's not a fan of this kind of weather. There we go. Already. We could do a little bit more detailing on the nose, I think, as well. It needs a little cut and then some more defined nostrils and kind of help it blend with the body a little bit more. But for now, we're going to take the head and recombine it with the torso because I think we have gotten enough done. Saving takes so long. All right, back into here. Save. Again. Triple save. Quadruple save. Triple, quadruple, mega save. Mm. Ah, I forgot I'm supposed to pre-prep some stuff for dinner. BRB. Sounds good, Arctic. Pre-prep. All right. So I think we've reattached the neck. A little bit of some speckles here, so we'll just smooth those out and we should be good. Interesting. There's a slight mask there. That's what that is. Really should do that more often for food. Yeah. I saw this post the other day. It's like, what's something you didn't expect to spend as much time on as you do? And someone was like, first you make the food, then you eat the food, then you clean up after making the food, and then you plan on picking up more food so you can eat that food later. It's like, that's true. You do spend a lot of time just like having to plan your food out. All right, I'd love a little bit of a harsher crease right here on the eye. So we're going to use a method that I've been exploring lately, the curve. So you can actually make curves in sculpt mode to make very accurate cuts. Do just one. I'll switch back to space. You know what? I'm going to, darn, I'm going to undo that and redo it. Because I'd love to use the same curve for a for the pinch. I should have pinched it at the same time. Oh, I did not mean to click. Crap. There we go. I'll try it one more time. So, boom, boom, boom. Right there. Okay, and then just hit enter once. Boom. Then we're going to go to pinch. Hit curve. And cry because it didn't save our curve for some reason. Okay, I guess we have to redo the curve between tools. That's annoying. But not too bad. Right there. And we'll do enter once, maybe twice, maybe thrice. Oh, look at that. All right. Now that's some crisp lineage. That reminds me, need to go thaw some frozen chicken. I'm getting hungry, guys. Not allowed. And we'll just soften it very slightly. At least towards the edges of the eye. It's getting very laggy to work with, unfortunately. Not too worried about the eye interior. That does not need to look like anything because no one will ever see it. All right, let's do a little bit more cleanup again with the curves. We'll just do kind of the same thing. We're going to make the eyelid very crisp. So use pinch tool. Switch to curve. Gorgeous. And then do the same thing for this bottom one. All right. Beautiful. Excuse me. Okay. Fantastic. Looking good. Thank you, Band Clam. Thank you. It is satisfying to get those extra crisp edges. I've kind of struggled doing that in Blender for a long time. And now I feel like I have the secret. I have the secret. How goes? It's going well. It's going well. Just crisping up the eyes here. I've got the secret to the eyes. Back for like 5 minutes. How's your meeting go? Kind of skeptical to do it this way. Just don't want to do that to the... Did it push past? No? Okay. Just shared some arts for your new DC room. And good progress, by the way. Thank you. I'll check that out. Oh, yeah, my the art share? Perfect. I'll check that out. Nice. That looks so crisp. Looks so crisp. I think that what I need to do once I hit a resolution this dense is I shouldn't remesh at some point. Some point I should stop doing the remesh modifier. Sat there and screwed around with my guitar on mute, not really paying attention because it had nothing to do with me, my job, or what I know. What's the secret? The secret is crying. Hello, Zuru. Welcome. The secret to what? What in particular? Or my curve here? This is the curve tool. I found the curve tool, and it's been quite helpful. The secret sauce. So there's not just a curve tool for like making curves, but there's actually a curve tool for sculpt mode. So you can actually, so for example, if I go E, I can change how I'm making the marks. Crispy eyes, you can do a curve. You can actually draw a curve onto your mesh. Well, it's not really your mesh, it's more of a screen space, and then you can't move your screen once you do it. Just hit enter a bunch, and voila. Oops. For some reason, it really lags switching out of the curves sometimes. I don't know why. Or switching into the curves. And I'll just kind of soften that just a little so it's not as crunchy. Crispy eyes! It's pretty nice. Didn't know that feature existed. I saw that there's this guy, I forget his name, but he got his Twitter handle and YouTube channel is called Blender Secrets, and he really does find some very cool secrets in there. Yeah, he has a little book that you can buy. I haven't bought it yet, but every time I learn something new from him, I'm like, I'll probably buy that book eventually. All right, let's work on the nose now. We're going to turn our resolution way up, 0.0002. Save. Because it's such a small object that I can't really get good resolution otherwise. Then I'm going to take this, scale this way up so I can actually see what the nose looks like. It's got to be this one then. Bada boom. Okay, and then we'll do the pinch tool again. Curve. This. Just hit it a few times. Boom, 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 boom. Nice and crispy. And smooth that out a little. Her philtrum is so long. What is a philtrum? Is this the philtrum? The little middle crease, this guy? Where the Hitler stash goes? Space between nose and lips. Yes. And we'll kind of squish that down. Yeah, the noses need a little bit of work for some time. But it's been hard to work on it without having the kind of the rest of the mouth or face kind of developed. Oh, my eyeball. Hitler stash. And next, we're going to make a mask. And we're going to make the nose. Nostrils. Nostrils. I guess it's more like this. Radius, fall off, smooth, sharp. Doesn't feel like quite the sharp I imagine. Fall off, smoother, inverse. Yeah, inverse. Inverse. A little bit smaller. More like that. A little bit smaller still. I struggle with this nose because it's a little hard to see. I had to I had to say it's a good time speed watcher streams while waiting my contact to inform my first in progress alongside my firstly minifigures. Oh, very cool. Smell also. Smalls. Oh yeah, you said you shared something with this guy. Let me check it out. Let me check that out. Doo-doo-doo-doo. There's my Discord server. There we go. Nice. Some of my own arts. Very cool. Oh, lagging. Very good. Charming. He running. He running. He floofy. He's floofy. Great work, Sky. That's looking good. Boom. Oops. I just closed OBS. Where'd it go? Right here. Okay, I'm back. Kicking butt. Kicking butt. It's good to see so many people posting and like making progress with their work. You know, art's hard. It's good to have a community to work on your art with. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do, I think what's confusing me is that the top of the nose here goes further down. Right now I'm making it kind of flat, but it should actually be kind of like this, or like down here, like that. Like the halfway point on the nose should be lower. So, oh, let me get rid of that. Smalls. And I'm just here giving a damn creative blockade, staring at this model for an hour now. I believe in you, Fox. I believe in you. Just takes time. Just takes time. So a little bit more like that. A little more rounded on the corners. But this part kind of comes up a little. Something like this. Then let's pull the nose a little bit further out. Boom. Okay, a little bit more rounded. Just very softly trying to mush things around. Like the outfit and everything is done, but to stand out, I want to change the outfit to be a little bit more distinct. But because it's such a known character, I have issues thinking of stuff that would fit it. Just end me now. Usually for outfits, I end up going on Pinterest and just farting around there. I've always struggled coming up with outfits, so I think like I tend to lean a little heavily on referencing things or finding things I like, just because if I do make it from scratch, it tends to be a little too out there. At least for me. I'm just speaking from my experience. Yeah, I think that's a good balance. Right around there. That looks good. All right. Ooh, we should view her in VR. Yeah, I did that already. I just can't unsee the character. Fair. Do you ever make a tutorial on how you cut mouth out like that sculpt? I did not. I have not, but I should. Let me write that down. Mouth cut tutorial. Sculpting mouth tutorial. Well, put it on my wall. Things to do. I'm gonna have a wall full of post-it notes soon. Because seems useful. It is. And there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of things that I can kind of pull out of the character, of my process to share. I need to do more of that. That would be the smart thing to do. Let me know. Very smarto. All right, we're going to do a crease with the curve right on the nose. This. Oops, why are they facing that way? I can't tell which way this is going to go. That? No. Okay, so I drag in the direction that it's going to start, like this, and like this. Yes. Okay. Let's turn down the radius to, let's say, 20. And I'm actually going to use the slide relax to make sure I get my resolution evened out. Not change the shape, just even out the topology so that there's more vertices to work with. There we go. Add masking to that tutorial list. Okay, okay. Know the feeling. When I try to design a character and also make it in 3D, it's too much to take on. It ends up not looking great. Character design and character modeling are two different skill sets, and it's a lot of work to be good at both. It is. It is. I think what's nice about working with Lindy here is Lindy went out and he worked with an artist to get this design. And I think moving forward, if I'm going to make my own line of avatars, I'll probably do the same thing. I like coming out with my own designs. I don't know if those would be the designs that people would want to use. Oh, that's too much. Back to 20. Let's get a nice crisp bevel on that. Oh, I'm going to be abusing this curve tool all the time. Can't even share openly to get feedback on what to add because we keep progress rather private until we can start to hype up the avatar. Yeah, it is interesting to balance that. I kind of like doing things in the open, clearly, because I'm streaming. For me, streaming just kind of I just have to do it because I won't get anything done otherwise. Oh darn. Okay, I'm gonna redo that. Because I was not quite far enough over. Okay, okay. Feeling good. Have you seen Delicious in Dungeon series? It's more like eating simulator since almost all episodes have food/eating scenes. I've read quite a few uh, chapters of manga. I got up until they were in one of the lower levels of the dungeon. But I stopped reading a few years back, so I'll have to go back. I mean, now that the anime's out, I'll probably go watch that and then catch up on the manga. The anime looks really good. I've seen lots of clips from it, and it's definitely my kind of show. I like. It's really hard to watch things nowadays where it's just like only about high schoolers. Like, okay, I don't find this relatable anymore. The only other show I've been really thinking of sinking my teeth into has been Jujutsu Kaisen because Kaisen because it looks awesome. I guess we'll just go with that. Oh. Watching right now, it's very fun. Good. New episode should be out today, I think. Ah, because of Satoru Daddy. Is that the character from Kaisen? Well, no, Fox. If you would like feedback, you know what might be a good compromise is just to reach out to a few specific people to give feedback. You don't have to like share it publicly, but if you ever want, just like, I'll see what this person thinks. That might be a nicer compromise. Um, Come out around Thursdays. Oh, okay. So it's not done yet. Good. Good. Sometimes it's sad when you start watching a manga long after it's whoa been done. Oops, that's way too strong. Let's soften the mask first. Try that again. Nice. I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to hit it with that slide relax again. Make sure we just get the topology evened out. Then what? Not quite sure. Just very softly smooth it. Go back to the crevice tool. And I'm gonna make a few lines here in order to every time. Because it always changes the radius. I don't change that radius. Yeah. A little bit different. Okay, now I have to remake that. Do you mind DMs? Not at all. Not at all. Snoot. Snoot. Snooty. There's also in the VRChat traders Discord, there is a creators channel, which sometimes I'll go to if I'm looking for feedback on ideas or something. It's kind of a mixed bag, but there are kind of more creator oriented channels, which is kind of cool. We'll do 30, and I'm going to change the fall off to sharp. I wish I could. Okay, I'm going to just go to a different panel and look at it. Because that way I can see how it came out and keep my view. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit more rounding on the edges here. Just need to clean that up a little. Yeah, no thanks. Fair. People usually end up giving advice that's not asked for. I did. Yeah, last time I went on there, I went and I was like, "Hey, has anyone ever tried out like the Gumroad collaborator thing?" And people just were not there for that conversation. So that is what it is. Is what it is. I see like a slight shadowing around here. Is that just Eevee? It's probably just the ambient occlusion. Okay. Gorgeous. I like that a lot. Oh, I zoomed. Oh well. I think I need to make a sculpting window just for doing these curves because it's annoying that it's screen space. Or I need to like Can I save a view? Let me look that up. Nah, people, no, not dumb, just greedy. Fair. Blender save view position. Is that possible? Stored views. Okay. That's cool. Stored views. Is that an add-on? Oh yeah, it is an add-on. Stored views is an add-on. Edit references. Stored views. Okay, so I'll probably use this every time I need to use a curve, because otherwise I think it's going to be a lot harder to work with. People want all demands on Gumroad. Not too many creators with an open mindset. Yeah, I think it's just VRChat's creator community has yet to it needs some time to develop a little bit more concretely, I think. All right, so I'm going to save current, and we'll call this nostril curve. And I'm going to sharpen the edge here, or at least the inside edge. As soon as some people find best friends, you're in the past. That's why I stream. That's not true, but it does. Yeah, I think there's some. Can I copy this? What if I select this paint curve and I copy it? It did say I copied 0 selected objects. And then I'm going to go to smooth, curve, paste. Nothing to paste. Perfect. Okay, then I'm going to set that back. And we'll just manually. No, slide relax. Slide relax. My favorite. Yeah, it is tough because I are back. Welcome back, Arctic. Hope your food print went well, and I can live without that. It's funny because our community turned into this little creator safe space where more and more creators come to the meetups because we're all just unsocial, awkward fucks. It's true. Every weekend, I'm like, I should go, and then I don't. Yeah. I feel a little guilty about that. There's some people who have been like, you should go, and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go, and then I didn't. Sorry, Frofador. You should come. It's always chill. I really should. I really should. Well, I will. I'm not gonna promise because I may flake, but I am very interested in going. I can say that for sure. Let's fill up the back of the eye here. Bridge, close, and close. Then boom, 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 mark sharp, noise. Still a lot of space there. Yeah, I went to Sam. Okay, heck yeah. Okay, probs I had being self-centered when they do model stuff. Why I went to Sam. Gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, we had that with a collab of ours. Didn't turn out nice. Yeah, I think it is interesting. There's not many spaces, maybe besides Twitch, where you could say that ego is kind of the name of the game in a way. Like it is a lot about like inserting yourself into things very frequently, and that can yield some problems. Not necessarily, but I think like I don't really know quite. That's kind of a vague thing to say, but I do think that it could lead itself to some problems. It lends itself to problems, problematic behavior, and stuff like that. The tiefling fiasco, for example. What happened with that? What fiasco was that? I like the name of that, the tiefling fiasco. Gotcha, gotcha. I see what you mean. Yes. I didn't hear any I have never heard any complaints about you, Kai. I'll put it that way. Move that here. But drama, when it's a purely social game, drama is kind of the name, is kind of just the assumption. Drama happens when it's about being social. Whoa. There we go. Alt H. Z. I just want this one point. And I just want to move it up like that. And then lastly, let's mark these sharp. Make sure we got those crispy eyelashes. Oh my, your eyelashes are so crispy. Gorgeous. Do you mind sharing your Gumroad? Not at all. In fact, I need to double check that it is in fact Gumroad. I'll ignore that one. But let's see. I am better. I'm surprised it's not. Yeah, there it is. I should have put in my name. Copy and paste. And then let me go to Twitch and make sure that it's on the bottom. No, it's okay. Sorry. It is just down below on Twitch. It is just the first link in my panels. Oh, I meant Kai. Gotcha. I didn't do Kai. Do you have a Gumroad? All right. So I think we've done enough on eyes and lips. I think this is looking really good now. Would love a little, maybe just a little definition on the bottom of the lip. I always like that. A little whoop. I just do my own thing. Sand makes me think I haven't had much these days. Soon, though, we will have a little bit more. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Okay. Should I make the muzzle a little bit narrower right here? We'll just see what it looks like really quick. Ooh. Just a slight narrowing. A little bit more. Oh, I'm back. Okay, well, stream. Are you familiar of the video links in VRC? I've set one out on my world and I can watch your streams in there. Oh, very cool. That's really cool. I've been thinking of doing it there. It's too powerful, Sam. Oh, dang. Okay, well, I'll wait a second to respond to that comment, just in case you're not here yet. So hopefully everyone will refresh. Let me know when you're back, Sky, and I'll respond to you. All right, we'll make a little cube. A little cube. And we're going to put it right up here. Boom. And we're going to get it with the subdivision. Boom. 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 Back now again. For now, I think maybe possibly. Your team doesn't require emotional support. Any? All right, let's do that. I'm going to turn off the body and reference. And I'm going to sculpt it within the confines of the two furs. Whoa, that was the wrong one. Smooth. All right, so I think you're probably back, Skyfire. That is really cool. I like the video link idea. I was wondering if I could. So it is, you can actually put streams in there. That's really cool. Then I definitely need to make like a Sam Dutter VR channel where I can put my products, we can hang out and stream and stuff. Or people that are in VR chat can hang out and watch my stream. That'd be cool. My team can manage them damn selves. I ain't paid enough to deal with their bullshit. They're back on their bullshit. I have a certain robot creator I want to destroy per se, but I have to get my modeling skills back up. Luckily, work doesn't mind me blendering. Well, good. That is actually how I spent a lot of my time when I worked at a hotel. I would just sit there and draw or 3D model and stuff. And that worked out really nice, honestly. I kind of miss those days in some sense. This is better, but or this is what I prefer, I should say. Not a matter of better or worse, just preference. I'm gonna switch the fall off. Doesn't seem quite dense enough. Measure 0.0005. Tongues. Tongues are weird. Tongues are really weird. How to make a sexy tongue? I don't know. I don't know. Bleh. We say I have a certain robot creator I want to destroy per se. Looking to take someone out of the VRChat game. I don't want it to be cut off like that. That's weird. Okay, so we'll just kind of sharpen it. Kind of feel like I should have subdivided this, made a subdivision version. I don't know, it's not too bad. Give it a little bit more rendering. Give it a color or material so I can see it better. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna Google something real quick. Not really, but just want to get past theirs. Gotcha. A goal, quality goal. I like that. Ooh. What an eventful stream. All this back and forth with the stream crashing and not crashing. I love it. Keeps me on my toes. How can I make World Quest compatible? Do I need to have a quest, by the way, myself, or can I do it without the quest? You can do it without the quest, but you need to look up they did steal my leg design. Kai's only one allowed to have leg nubs. Ooh, stream. Yeah, I crashed again. But for the worlds, if you go to the creator companion, wow, I tickled my lip with I was like rubbing my sauce on my lip. That tickled me terribly. I would recommend going to the world guides here. I'm not 100% sure about the quest settings. I know there's some limits on how that doesn't really give you a lot of info. Let's see. VRChat world ranking. World quest. Hello, Nick Kaiser or Kazar. Welcome. Twitch just being dumb today. It keeps crashing on me. I can't tell if that's me or a restream or Twitch. It's hard to say. Here. Okay, I'm going to send you this sky right here. This should be a good good set of information. You want to look at the platforms and then Android. So that everything in here is probably related to getting stuff set up. Actually, I should link this one instead. Easy to blame Twitch. Fair. I would ask around to see if someone with a Quest can help you test it too. As long as you're following their limitations, you should be okay. You can actually test on Android phones. If you have an Android phone, you can actually test as well. VRChat is on Android now. Nick Azar, how to start learning Blender from scratch, brother. There's a lot of good tutorials out there. I would say you need to pick a project that interests you, and that's where you should start. There's a lot of tutorials you can watch. So if you're like, oh, I want to learn how to make this, Google a tutorial for that thing that interests you. I think finding something that interests you and compels you is the most important part. Like I want to make a gun. I want to make fire. I want to make this or that. Anywhere you start is probably fine. You just want to look up tutorials for, again, things that kind of motivate you, interest you. But Skyfire, I sent some links in chat. Hopefully those are what you're looking for. Let me know if you heard me because I know the stream crashed again. So let me know if you got my comments and messages there. Otherwise, I'll send them to you on Discord later. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, Nick, what interests you when it comes to, you got them? Perfect. What interests you when it comes to Blender? Do you want to do characters or animations or what's kind of your your motivation to learn Blender. If you have a fascination with donuts, they are in luck. Yes, the furry community is very good with Blender tutorials. Just a quick question. When rigging a face on an already existing Avi base, do you recommend to just cut off the head and rig the head and reattach later? If the geometry is separate, that's totally fine. If the if the neck is attached, you could still remove it. You just want to make sure you don't affect the weights right where it reattaches. So if you separate, like, the mesh is connected, but you separate that chunk and you're going to reattach it later by merging those vertices, just make sure your weight painting doesn't affect those areas, and you should be fine. Um, it's certainly a lot simpler to separate things when you're rigging them, just to make sure you're not affecting anything else. Um, Another little trick, though, is if you are in, so if you're in edit mode, so we have my cube here, and I hide a face, that face will also be hidden in weight paint mode, and it will not be affected. So you can just make a selection and hide that selection, and that's what, and that will show weight paint mode. So you can kind of do the same thing without actually making a separate object. Um, but sometimes it's still easy. I still separate every now and then, just when I want to make 100% sure I'm not affecting things. Plan to learn coding in college. It would be a good idea to drop any other subjects for now. It depends. I have a hard. There's a lot of overlap between 3D modeling and coding. If you're interested in more of the coding side of things, definitely check out geometry nodes, because there's tons of fascinating things you can do that blend art and code, and there's a lot of money to be made in that space too. If you want to get hired professionally or sell products and stuff like that, um, yeah, geometry nodes is wild. There's a lot of cool things people make there, and a lot of uh, you can find work if you get good at geometry nodes for sure. Can you do a video tutorial for sculpt basics like tools and brushes? Absolutely. So that's actually probably the first. I'm going to make a series of tutorials, courses really, and the first one is going to be on sculpting. So yes, I will be doing that. Thanks. Thank you. Helps a lot. Good. Good. Bueno. Yeah, the weight painting's so goofy sometimes. Curse you, weight painting. But yeah, if you're looking to get into like games, Blender's pretty good, Nick. Um, but if just in general related to coding, it's hard for me to give you advice in that regard, just because I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Um, but there is a lot of overlap of coding and 3D art. Um, Tons of overlap, and you can find some very solid directions to go to blend those two things. Um, but you'll generally want some Blender experience anyway. So, if you like coding, perhaps simulations and stuff like that would suit you better, like smoke simulations, fire simulations. Those are explosions. Those are kinds of things you can approach without having to model things, and kind of rely more on code or working with a system rather than a kind of manual labor that 3D modeling that a lot of art uh, devolves into sometimes. Maybe devolves not the right word. That's just part of the process. But the most important thing is just having a desire to make something, and find something that compels you. Look up stuff to help you make that thing. I see Mesh Transfer plugin updated for probably Blender 4. Well, I'm glad if they didn't have it for Blender 4, I'm actually glad I had waited on updating because I can't imagine being in Blender without mesh data transfer. My love, my one true love, mesh data transfer. Lurk, lurking. Lurking and twerking. Yeah, I hope that helps, Nick. Certainly a lot of directions to go with Blender, 3D art, coding. There's literally an infinite amount of directions to go because you get to just invent things that interest you. That's the joy of art and the joy of coding, I would say. Um, but where to start? There's a lot of good tutorials. Again, just find things that you are compelled by, that you can't help but want to make. You're gonna. I'm considering learning DSA and development skills for starting a high-paying job in India. I do not know what DSA is. They changed a lot again. Yeah, yeah. The bone layers kind of look intimidating to me, or whatever it is. The new bone hierarchy. Frenulum. There's a few types of frenulums. Ah, I'm on space. Okay, I think that's pretty good for the time. Can always adapt it again later. Well, more control on bone stuff would help for certain things. Absolutely, absolutely. It should be. I mean, the goal is eventually to make that kind of stuff a lot simpler. Bones and rigging. Um, it'll take time though. I think I'm going to turn off my X stream. If anyone is watching me stream on X, sorry, I am going to go ahead and disable that because it is messing up my view count. Can't tell how many people are actually tuning in. So we're going to turn that off because I'm pretty sure it's not actually. It's saying like there's like 40 people on X. And I'm like, I don't think so. Definitely try my hand at animation in the future. Okay. Okay. Very cool. That's always a good one. And that's definitely a good area for finding work with kind of skills you're looking to develop. All right. Crispy. So let's go ahead and continue our retopology. I'm going to take the bool from the mouth, duplicate it, and send the original back to the hidden layer. And then on this, we're going to extract the geometry we made right here, like this. Set it to turn off the subdivision and combine it with the retopo. Change the modifier stuff, which is the only thing I don't like. Glad people made plugins to bring it back. They changed the modifiers. In what way? That is a little concerning for me to hear. I don't want to change my modifier workflows. That's too much. That's too much. Okay, so we're gonna just extrude, or no, we'll put our cursor right here. And I'm going to take this and do 0.6 ES Z. Move it up a little. 0.8. Boom. Boom. Okay. Boom. 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 Why does it want to go down there? Why does it want to go down there? There we go. Can you tell me more about how you started your journey as an animator, brother? I'm not quite an animator in some sense. I do a little bit of animation, but most of my focus is on creating products for VRChat. That's where a lot of my attention and focus goes. But I do some animation. But I got into this by being very interested in concept art, which was like pre-production for imagining what goes in games or movies or whatever. And I just really devoted myself to learning that. And along the way, I kind of ended up picking up Blender because it's awesome. And it's a great tool for doing any kind of art. And I just kind of ran with it. Just kept doing a little bit more all the time. But it's taken me about 5 years to really learn it. So took some time. They changed the menu for it. This is the greatest. You'll have to see for yourself. Okay, check that out. I think we're gonna rip this right here. We're gonna rip it, and we're gonna rip this one. Because I'd rather have this geometry work a little bit nicer. Edit, G-stretch, bam. G-stretch, boom. Okay. I have to think a little bit more about that. I'm a little concerned about that. And we'll send these to Retopo or Sculpt Hair. Get them out of here. Sculpt Hair. All right, we've got another 10 minutes for the stream, for the first stream of the day. For anyone new here, I do break my day up into 2 streams. So I'm going to be back in about 2 hours after I eat and relax a little bit. And then we'll be back for the rest of the day to continue working on this character. But just a heads up for anyone new, so you know what to expect. Rip and tear. Doom music kicks in. Thea G, welcome. Doing topology on the mouth first. Never saw that. I actually have done a decent amount of the body, but I kind of use a little trick to carve out the mouth with like a Boolean operation, and then I adapt that to the retopology because it's efficient. Sometimes. It's just a little lazy. Gain a subscribe, brother. Goodbye. Sounds good. Thank you, Nick. Thank you for the subscription. Much appreciated. And enjoy your day. Good luck on your learning journey. The learning journey. Also known as a learny. A learning journey. Do you not like that one, Kai? Don't make fun of my learning journey. I will defeat all of you with puns and puns alone. Yeah, I do really like setting up the mouth like this. Then the one really nice part about creating anthro characters or furries is that the muzzle is very self-contained. Like on normal faces, human faces, the mouth is very flat on the body, and so it makes it a little bit harder to get like this cheek deformation right here when you like smush and open your mouth and stuff, or open the character opens their mouth. Um, that's almost a little bit better on anthro characters in some ways. I'm gonna merge this though, like this, so we get a nice round thing there, a round thing. We'll do a few more cuts on the top and bottom here. Is Imp an avatar you made or something to help on a VRChat rig? It is an avatar I've made and I've made available for purchase. My Gumroad link is just down below if you're interested in checking it out. um, but yeah, and it's free for editing, or not free, but you feel free to edit it once you have it. Um, I'd love to see what people end up making with the avatar. That'd be really cool. But yeah, I'm trying to make more products as time goes on because I think that will be not a better direction, but a solid direction for me to head. Commissions are good, and I want to continue doing commissions. But there's other avenues to explore as well. Do you remember the voxel heat diffusion ad I told you about? I used it with AutoRig Pro for the face, and it's really nice. Okay, good. I will definitely check it out then. Maybe I'll purchase it for this character when we get to the rigging, because anything to speed up rigging would be really nice. Free me from this hell. Rigging hell. I'm saying that facetiously, but it is funny. Facetiously. Oh, that looks weird. We'll subdivide it one more time. Wherever the subdivision is. And then how many do we have here? 4. 4. Okay, so then I can 1, 2, 3, 4. Take this segment, very evenly space it. Actually, that's kind of cool. Active element, but I do want just the median. Point would be nice. I hate rigging. Fair. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I've come to enjoy it a little bit more, but every now and then, especially the shoulders and stuff like that. Ugh. No, thank you. All right, so we're going to extrude this. We're going to take this. We're going to extrude that. And then take these 3, extrude, close it, close it. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Just relax it. And we'll move this so it fills in the top of the eyelid. G-stretch. It's so I have this add-on enabled here called Loop Tools, and this one comes with Blender. So if you ever want to enable it, you just go to Edit, Preferences, search Loop Tools, and you can turn it on. But it's very good at taking like a segment of vertices or a loop or edge loop. Okay, perfect. Yeah, but it's great. It is fantastic. I use it all the time. Too much. Nah, not too much. Maybe not enough, actually. But it's fantastic. Saved me so much time. Especially if you're ever working with hair. I hate making hair, but it's necessary. What's G-stretch do? So it takes the beginning and end point and then spaces it out, spaces all the points in between those 2 points evenly between them based on your view. So for example, if I take these ones, boom, then they're in a line between them. It looks a little different because I have the shrink wrap on, but you can see it there. Yeah, very cool. Using cable raider and machine tools a lot. I've seen those. So you're definitely getting into robots then. I think I made it now as Quest compatible. Hopefully. Nice. Let's go. Let's go, Sky. That's quick. That was quick, Sky. Very quick. We'll do one more just full circle. And then I want a loop that goes around. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here, E.6SX0. Boom. Boom. And then yeah, we'll do a cut here. Oh, okay. Let's duplicate this and apply it so I can work with this a little bit nicer. Cable tool is so smart. It finds places that I didn't think of. Interesting. Also finish that model I showed you. Okay, heck yeah. You feel free to share the finished product in Discord. Bring that in a little. And voila. All right, so now we have a loop that goes that way, which is good. We have a loop that goes around the mouth, loop that goes around the muzzle, and we'll want a loop that goes around the ear as well. And we'll do one more cut here. Boom. I think this is about right. Bridge. Nice. Bridge those. We're going to have to use the slide relax tool soon to even out spacing on all of this. And then for the topology here on the eye, we have a lot of extra edges right here, or vertices. I think I could make them go this way. So kind of connect them like this. At least that's the thought. I was wondering if the Nefei 3D channel is a good resource for learning Blender. Nefei 3D channel. Bum, bum, bum. I mean, that looks good. Oh, I need to sneeze. Whew. Um, oh yeah, I would do this right here. This one's good. Something that's simple, a little more straightforward, and is a kind of an intro course. So that one seems pretty good right there. Um, dun, 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 dun. I can show you. Don't show on stream because I don't have a word to say it. But something about that makes me. Hey, if you want to keep it off stream, that's totally fine. Perhaps a bit late, but to mention, but the profile, especially of a muzzle with a very humanish mouth, is going to be a turnoff for a lot of furries. Fair, fair. Hello, Wendy. Welcome. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm interested to see what the feedback is. It is a bit more of a human, leaning more towards human than most furry avatars, I would say. But hello, Wendy. Welcome, welcome. And take this. So we'll want the loops here to go down and the loops here to go up and over. And then these ones will go back. Boom. Those will shorter, more animated would probably work better for me. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to get more feedback as time goes on. I'm not ready to go back and change anything at the moment. But there will be the chance for making a lot of sliders to adjust the look of the character. Especially as a base model, I would like to provide a lot more options for tweaks, either during, while playing, or afterwards. Nobody's different examples, pretty small mouth for its face. I left earlier thinking it was me, but I'm the only one stream studying a lot. No, my connection is really, really bad today, so my apologies, but I'm gonna have to reset the stream after. I'm gonna go on lunch pretty much right now, actually, and it's on Discord. Okay, we'll take a look. Take a look. I think I'll take a look, and then we'll call it for the morning stream. Oh, that looks great, Thea. I like that. That's very cool. We got it. It kind of reminds me of Oh, sorry. I know association is the first uh compliment you can get, but uh it has like a quality to it that I really like that's reminiscent of like Wallace and Gromit. It kind of reminds me of that. It's very cool. It's very cool. Welcome to the S Dutter stream. Definitely welcome, Adi, Wendy, but also goodbye. Unfortunately, caught me right as I was going to lunch. Oh, well, thank you, Adi. I appreciate that. You did catch me right as I was heading out to lunch, so I am going to be taking a break here. But I will be back. I will be back. I'm just going to go. I'll be gone for like an hour or two, get some lunch in me, get some rest, and then we'll be back for round 2 of the day. We're going to be continuing the character, hopefully finishing all of the retopology today. But sorry about that, Adi. As expected, I got busy this morning trying to coordinate some stuff. Well, oops. Oh man, my footrest is just destroyed now. Catch you on the other side of lunch. It's good, Wendy. We'll catch you then. Hopefully the coordination stuff went well. And much love to everyone out there. I hope you're all having an amazing Thursday so far. I know I am. And it's all thanks to you guys. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out, seeing what I'm up to. Fun to see what you're up to as well. Good work, Thea. And we'll catch you all very soon. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye, Skyfire. Bye, everyone. Bye. See you in just a little while.